What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix new documentary, Untold, Malice at the Palace. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. Raise your hands if you still remember this commotion back when it happened. I was actually in college at that time, so I was in my bubble. But I remember you could not escape this topic when you're in the middle of conversations with your friends. And the drama is so juicy, right? Not just the fight that broke out. There are so many aspects about this incident that you can unpack. And to a certain extent, that is exactly what this docu does. Untold Malice at the Palace is raw, detailed, and unflinching, and it leaves no stone unturned. I know that you can probably find various footage of what happened that evening on YouTube, but this docu goes one step further. It shows you all the angles, it gives you all the context, and it even catches up to many of the key people involved, whether you think they're the agitator or the victim. So if you want to revisit that particular memory, it really doesn't get more thorough and more complete than Untold Malice at the Palace. It was November 19, 2004, early season game. Bitter rivalry between Indiana Pacers and Detroit Pistons was taking place, and as the game neared its end, Indiana firebrand Ron Artest shoved Detroit's Ben Wallace, sparking a brawl between two clubs. When one fan aced a perfectly tossed cup of beer onto Artest's chest, it unleashed a type of chaos that had never been seen before in the history of the NBA. Players rushed into the stand, fans rushed onto the court, and police rushed into the building trying to control the pandemonium. The aftermath results in suspension for Artest, along with his teammates Stephen Jackson and Jermaine O'Neal, the longest suspensions in NBA history. Before I go any further, I'd just like to inform you that Malice at the Palace is only one of the new 5-parter documentary series. But Netflix is releasing them one by one every week, which I find fascinating and ambitious. The next installments include Spotlight on Caitlyn Jenner and boxer Christy Martin and so on and so forth. But back to Malice at the Palace. I mentioned earlier of how thorough it gets, but that's not all. Some of the creative choices in illustrating the media's coverage seen everywhere around the neighborhoods is nothing short of visually impressive. And there's a sort of a somber, atmospheric setting with the interviews. I'm not sure if that's subconscious or intentional, but it definitely gives off the desired effect when you want to showcase people looking back on memories that they're not particularly proud of. The docu starts out by painting the hopes and aspiration of what it means to be an NBA player. And when they talk of Jermaine, Steven, and Ron coming in together, they're full of promises despite their disagreements. It's like a dream team who's about to show the world how it's done. And then of course it takes a turn for what goes down that evening. So yeah, I got nothing but praises for this docu, which does a spectacular job with all the nooks and crannies. What infuriates me the most are the media and Commissioner David Stern. I mean, David Stern was a coward. He was a coward. Instead of handling this situation objectively, his decision or his response comes from a place of trying to save face or trying to save his own ass. And the media constantly calling these NBA players thugs. I mean, just keeping it real, there's an undertone racism there, whether they want to admit it or not. If this was white hockey players beating each other up on ice, you know they would go, hey, it's just boys being boys. To be fair, there's plenty of blame to go around. Ron's inability to restrain himself cost his team a shot at the championship that year. His short temper inadvertently screwed them over. But shame on us, the society, for putting celebrities, including athletes like Ron, on a pedestal, completely neglecting the fact that at the end of the day, they're all just humans like you and me. What, you don't expect Ron to react? to getting shit thrown at him? Hell, I would be mad if I was in his shoes too. Which leads me to my last point. The fans are so damn entitled. I'm a fan who attends sports games, so I'm guilty of that as well. Sometimes we think just because we pay for the tickets, then the players would always have to dance at our pleasure. So yeah, there are no really good guys in this docu, and the outcome is lose-lose for every one of them. But many lessons you can take away from this incident, and this docu is here to help you attain that.